Hi, I'm Lindsay and welcome to Self-Guided Abortion. Today our practice is going to be all about relaxing and grounding into our cramping and bleeding. This part of the practice is specifically engineered for you during your abortion process and procedure. So the first thing we'll want to do is just clean the air with a little bit of smoke, whether that be Palo Santo or incense or whatever feels comforting to you today. And that just helps us to clean out the space a little bit and clean our energies to really bring us into our yoga today. So just directing the smoke to wherever you need a little bit of added attention today. Maybe that's your throat or your heart space or your womb space. And then just breathing here in your seated position. Just breathe nice and deep. And today we're giving thanks to ourselves for showing up in support of our body in this yoga space today. We give thanks to our bleeding and to our cramping, for taking care of our body and helping to support us to remove the contents of the uterus. We ask today for support in this yoga class to continue to open into our hips and into our womb space and into our pelvic space, to really allow for the support of the blood and for lessening of the cramping. And grateful to our wombs and to our bodies for the strength that they've already shown in taking us through this process. And calling in strength for the healthy ease of the remainder of this sacred abortion process. Amen. So sitting on a pillow, if you aren't already, go ahead and just bring your feet comfortably in front of you. And just allow your hands to extend out. Gently opening up your hips and the space between your thighs. And then put your hands on your knees or wherever else it's comfortable. And just start gently moving in a circular motion. Coming into some wide seated cat and cows. Really bringing your heart out. Letting it sink back deep. Whatever feels the most comfortable here. Just let your body come into the spirit of play. And just sort of lingering wherever it maybe is feeling a little bit tighter. And where you could maybe use just a little bit extra stretch to really release. And when that feels good, go ahead and bring your feet out in front of you. And we're not going to try to lean over too deeply today, because paying attention to our recently pregnant bellies, just focus on sitting up straight and just leaning forward ever so slightly, just so there's a nice stretch through your back. And just breathe here. And then bring your left leg out to the side. Your right leg bends and comes into the crease of your leg. Then, depending on how it feels in your body, go ahead and lift your hands over your head. Turn your hands over towards your leg, and then just lean over that leg gently. And just come into this however deeply or however gently it feels supportive on your body today. The goal is that we organically come into the body to open up the body. It's not a workout today, it's not a stretch, it's an opening. So we want that to remain very, very fluid as we move into each posture and really allow that lubrication to start inside our bodies. It might feel nice to bring the right hand up to the sky, really opening up through that side body. Then when this feels complete, go ahead and come back up to center and just switch the legs out. Raising again your hands up to the sky, turning over your foot, and then however it feels the most comfortable and supported, lean down into that leg. And then if it feels good, stretch up over your head and grab onto your foot. Then when this feels complete, meet back in center, and then bring the bottoms of both feet together in front, and then just move down into a very, very gentle butterfly position. It might feel more supportive for you to have your feet further away from your body, or you might want to have them nice and close. Depends on where you're feeling the stretch in your body and how that feels in your body. Then put a hand on either side of your knees and slowly raise your knees back together up at your chest. Go ahead and give your knees just a little hug. And from here, we're going to come on to our stomachs. And let's just do one round of cat-cow. Again, a nice, sensual and luxurious cat-cow. Really allowing your body to move wherever it feels the most supportive. And then moving your pillow under your stomach. We're going to just come into a bit of a supported child's pose. as you're ready, come and sit on the knees and just place one hand over your womb space and the other hand on your heart space. So very slowly make your way to a wall or to a chair or a bench like this. And lay on your back and just raise your legs gently up to the sky. You can choose to lay with your legs straight up to the sky against a wall, or if it's more comfortable, just recline them here on a bench. Laying just with your hands here on your womb space. Then if your legs aren't already straight, cross your right foot in front of your left leg and just pull from behind gently, sort of like a very gentle seated pigeon. And then raise both feet up to the sky and cross your left foot in front of your right leg. Then weaving your hands behind your right leg and pulling very gently to the left-sided seated pigeon. Then raising both legs up to the sky. And just relax here for one moment. Breathing in all the way through the nose. And then breathing all the way out through the mouth. And one last big breath. Then bringing your knees back to your chest. Roll back over onto your front. And we'll just come onto our backs once again. And then go ahead and raise your knees up to your chest. And grab onto the outsides of your feet. feel into this opening of your pelvis, of your inner thighs. And just opening and moving to where it feels the best today, where you feel like you have the most tension. Joining your feet together if that feels nice. A sort of reclined butterfly. Then raising both feet up to the sky and slowly lowering down. From here, grab onto your pillow or bolster once again. We're just going to bring this right under to the base of our spine and then just lean back on it. And join your feet together into a reclined butterfly. And just lay here with your arms over your head. And just get into a comfortable position. And I invite you to keep breathing. Keep breathing into all parts of your body, but also direct that breath lovingly down to your womb space, to wherever there's tension, wherever there's cramping or any pain. And I invite you to stay in this position, laying here in your Savasana, as long as it feels comfortable and nourishing and supportive. This time while we bleed is the time in between worlds. It's a time when we as womb holders traverse the world between life and death, between creation and destruction, between fertility and infertility. It is our greatest power, our greatest secret. Thank you so much for loving yourself and nourishing yourself through this practice today. The most important thing during our abortions is that we find ways to give back to ourselves during this period and find ways to give ourselves endless love and compassion. Thank you for joining.